Hello, you bunch of cunts, and welcome to another video. This one, I'm going to introduce a game called Greed Corp to you. This is one that I think will appeal to a lot of you XCOM players. It's a turn-based, I was going to say squad-based, but it's not really squad-based because there aren't that many units involved in it, but it's a tactical turn-based game that I think will appeal to your analytical minds. It is called Greed Corp, as you can probably see from the screen in front of you, and you probably have already noticed by now it's got some fucking jazz and music going on. Yeah, baby. It's hard not to get into the swing while that's going on. Now, try not to let the name of this put you off. I think the people that made it had some nice high-minded principles behind they wanted to spread the evils of capitalism or something like that, which is I'm fully behind that. They're preaching to the converted as far as I'm concerned, but I don't think that's a very wise way to try and market a game, which is why this game is like 5 years old, and as far as I gather, like hardly anybody's heard of it. I don't think it has much of an online multiplayer community, but it does have offline, local multiplayer options for between 2 and 4 players, so this one's pretty cool if you have friends. So, what I'm going to do is make this video as just a kind of introduction to it. I'll explain the mechanics, how it works. It's very simple, it won't take very long, and then from this point on I'll be able to upload any multiplayer matches I play, and just refer you to this one if you need to learn how to play it, because if I just put a multiplayer match straight up, I don't think you'd be able to follow it immediately. Okay, so let's see, what shall I do? Shall I create a campaign match, just use as a demonstration? What you would do for multiplayer is you would go into here. You can have up to 4 players, so if I click on these, it'll just add extra players. Let's see, the 4 factions are the Empire, Freeman, Freeman on the land, Pirates, and Cartel. However, it's just names. They're really just different skins, different colour schemes. All of the factions are exactly the same as far as their units and their resources go, so it's irrelevant, the differences between them. It's just so you can distinguish them on the maps. And I think that's a good thing. I think that's one of the things that makes this game stand out a little bit. Is that quite often when you have a multiplayer game and you introduce different factions, different races, you know, the kind of thing. You have elves versus humans versus orcs versus taurens versus undead and all, and they all have different abilities, different skills, or if you have different classes, say mages versus warriors versus hunters versus shamans versus fucking death knights, so all of that malarkey. Basically, you're just introducing imbalance into the game, and wherever there's imbalance, you're gonna have cunts gravitating towards the overpowered tactics like flies around a turd, and likewise you'll have underpowered tactics that nobody will touch. This game avoids all that by having everything as beautifully balanced as it possibly can, because everybody starts off with exactly the same units, exactly the same locations. Oh, fireworks going off outside. Good, my dogs will be panicking. Yep, here they come. Yep, the dogs are wandering off their beds now, going, there's loud noises outside, we don't like it. Okay, so what we do, we'll pick one of these at random, and then this opens up these maps here. Now, as you'll see, some of them here are greyed out, which is a shame. That means I have to go through and play the campaign to unlock some of these maps. So that's why I think I'll go back and do that now. I'll play a campaign match just as a demonstration, just hopefully unlock some more of these. Now you'll notice these maps are all perfectly symmetrical. These are just the 2-player ones. If I was to add more players down here, by the way, it's good. That's Blade Rip there, that's friend of Blade Rip. I think if I add this one, it'll be like buddy of Blade Rip, and this one will be like pal of Blade Rip. So you don't have to fanny around entering your names or anything like that. You'll all just be my friends, buddies, and pals. All of them, the maps, are perfectly symmetrical with regard to the amount of players that are in, so you'll notice that there is no advantage to be had from your position on the map. You'll start with exactly the same amount of units. Let's go back to the campaign now, and I'll try and demonstrate exactly how this works. Let's see, where am I up to? I've done the first 3 there. Okay, let's do this one. Don't bother reading all that, I don't care about the backgrounds. Basically, it's going on about corporations and whatnot, because, well, you won't be able to play this game for very long without noticing that this is kind of a microcosm of capitalism in a very, very small world. It's you can't help but notice that this is a very able demonstration of what happens when you have an economic system based on unlimited growth in a world with finite resources, and in this game the resources are so finite that you will see the consequences of your actions within a few short terms, and it will be blatantly obvious to everybody, whereas on a macro scale, on a global scale, that kind of thing isn't really obvious for decades, if not centuries, and even then it's only obvious to a few people who are easily dismissed by calling them socialists and throwing eggs at them and whatnot. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. As you will see, let's see here. This is a 3-player map. It's loaded up here, I think. So I'm playing one faction, this one, I presume, and the computer will be controlling these other two. You'll notice everybody started with exactly the same. So we have 3 of these. These are called walkers. These are your basic fundamental units. They can move 3 tiles. So if this one, for example, let's cancel that. This one could move all the way up to here. But that's the maximum of his range. And that is because I own this area. If you don't own the area, then your walkers can only move 1 tile. So if this wasn't mine, I'd be able to attack it. If I was on this square, I'd be able to attack here, I'd be able to attack there, I'd be able to attack there. And by attacking, you basically just move onto that square. Now, my opponent has a walker there. If I was next to it on this square, I would be able to attack him, and it's a simple numbers game. If he has 1 and I have 1, then the attacker gets the advantage on a draw, so I would be able to step onto his square and it would become mine. But the walkers would cancel each other out. They would both be removed from the map. On any one square you can have 16 of these walkers, so you can stack armies of 16 on any one square. But like I said, because attack always has frog noises in the background there. Because attack always has the advantage, you can't ever camp an area, because someone only needs to be able to attack you with an equal number to what you have there, and they will win. Now, here, this is a turret. This is an armory. It costs 10. The currency used in this is gold. You get 10 per turn at the beginning of a map. That is based upon the amount of resources that exist in the game. So as resources start to deplete in the game, this number will begin to go up, because the scarcer resources are, the more valuable they become. So I could put an armory down, and via an armory I can create more of these units. It would take 1 turn to build the armory, and then on every subsequent turn I would be able to create 8 walkers at that location. So let's just put one down, show you what I mean. So that will take 1 turn to build. Next time it comes around to my turn, I'll be able to build a maximum of 8 from the armory in 1 turn, and a maximum of 16, as I said before, can be standing on any one spot. So what I should do is just spread these out, so that on the following turns I will be able to actually attack some markers. It doesn't look like the timer is on, so my turn won't end until I click this button down here in the bottom right. Now in the meantime, let's just cover some of the other basics. So you've met walkers. The next unit is a cannon. So it costs 25 to put a cannon on any particular square, obviously only ones that you own. These green ones in the middle, by the way, they're the neutral ones. Nobody owns them yet, and so none of us can build on them. You can only build on the hexagons that you actually own. You do not have to have any walkers on each hexagon that you own. This isn't like Risk. You don't have to leave like an army on every square you have. You can move them wherever you want within your area. So if I was to put a cannon on here, I would be able to shoot for a range of 5. So I would be able to shoot pretty much all the way over here. What would happen is it would take 1 turn for the cannon to become functional, but then the following turn I would have to buy ammo. Again, it's using gold. Each one of them would be 20, so they're quite expensive, and then the following turn I would be able to shoot something and it would do 5 damage, and it would also cause damage to the environment, and I'll get to that in a little bit, because damage in the environment is what this game is all about. So it's a numbers game, because cannon costs 25, the bullets cost 20 and they do 5 damage. The walkers, on the other hand, cost 2 and they each do 1 damage, so it is much more cost effective at times to use walkers than to use cannons. As you play this game, you will put out these. They're called harvesters. They're very cheap. They only cost 5. This person, this AI has already put 2 of them out. What they will do is at the beginning of each of your turns, they will start to destroy the environment around them. Not only the square they're on, but each square that is next to them. Now you'll notice that each of these hexagons is at a different height. The maximum they can be at is 5, like this one in the middle. And you see, if you look where the cursor is, you can see, actually that's a 6, I do beg your pardon. It can get to 6. And the lowest it can get to is 1, which is like this one here. You'll notice this one is cracked. Same with this one there. When you get down to 1, they'll all appear cracked, and they are 1 bit of damage away from falling down into the abyss. This whole map, you may have noticed by now, is hovering over an abyss. So, what you will find as you play this game is that although you might start on the same map each time, that map will drastically change as you go, because if I was to put one harvester, say, here in the middle, every turn, nice eagles there, every turn that will start destroying this environment, and it will destroy a layer each turn. They will drop down until they all disappear from the map. So before long, this map is going to look very different. We're going to have just a few isolated columns with just surrounded by a sea of space, at which point we will not be able to move across land with our walkers. So, which brings me to the last thing to introduce, which is this, the carrier. Now to have a carrier, you have to have an armory on the map, and you have to have 50 gold. These are bloody expensive. But once you've got a carrier, you'll click on it and a little propeller sign will appear down here next to your name, and then the following turn, or whenever you want to, you will then be able to move all of your units that happen to be on a square. So if I had 16 here, I would be able to move them anywhere. But you only get to do it once, and then your carrier is gone. So, once you get to that point where the map is pretty much all destroyed, that's how you get about. You can shoot people from a distance with the cannon turrets, or you can save up your gold to get a carrier and then attack a long distance. Right, that's enough intro. Let's play it on, see how this one develops. So I find this a very reactive kind of game. There isn't really one best strategy to follow. You kind of just react to what your opponents are doing. Oh, he's going very harvester intensive. Now, the 10 that you get automatically, that can be added to by these harvesters. He's getting an extra 2 for each square that is affected. But it's a short-term gain because all of that land is going to disappear. Okay, well, I have an armory, which gives me the advantage of numbers on the map, because my opponents have gone for harvesters. They still only have an army each consisting of a maximum of 3 walkers. I only have 3 myself, but what I can do is use my points in my armory by clicking here and using the mouse scroll wheel. I can choose to bring onto the map another 5, because it costs 2, I've got 10 gold, so I can bring 5 more onto the map, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to try and push that advantage. Right, so let's use you to move there, let's use you to move there, and then let's move into this center bit and hold it. Now I can't move those 5 because they've just been created. Now he can take that, but when he does, his walker will be cancelled out by my walker, and so although he'll own this bit of property, there'll be no one there to protect it. It'll just be empty, and then the next turn I'll be able to move onto it and take it. So let's move forward. So at the moment, both of them bringing in more resources than I am because they're putting out their harvesters, but I've got more actually on the map to attack with at this moment, and I've got all of that land behind me to harvest later if I want to. So, as you can see, the map is starting to disappear. Okay, he's put an armory out there, so he can start creating more units. But what I can do actually is if I can attack that, then that armory becomes mine. And I think we're going to do that because he's just left it there right next to me. He's got those 2 over there, but they're not next to it, so they can't attack it next turn. All he can do with them is to move them next to it and then be able to attack it the subsequent turn. So I'm just going to have that armory. Thank you very much. These I can move. Let's see. I will use one to take this. And you know what? I think I'm going to put a harvester out. Should I put it there? Should I destroy the centre of the map? What do you reckon? Actually, no, I won't, because he's got 3 right next to me. He might be able to take it, so can I cancel that? Ah, shit, I've clicked on it. I don't know how to cancel it. No, I have. Let's click it. Let's click that instead. There. Okay. Alright. I'm going to move these up here, the 4 that I can move, to threaten him next turn. Should I put a harvester out? Yes. Yes, now I've got 4 there. He can't take it because he has less. All he could do is reduce me by 3. So fuck it. I mean, apologies for my swearing. I'm going to put a harvester right in the middle and start destroying this map in a humorous way. Let's see how this works out. Right, he's put an armory at the back there. Okay, so the purple one, he's got lots of resources, but he's practically out of land. He's destroyed it all. Oh, the harvesters, by the way, you do have an option of self-destruct with those, but it will still take them down a level. Okay, so that popped up 2 gold on each of those. So that's now harvesting the land, giving me 2 extra gold for each bit of land, each layer of land that it's harvesting each turn. But it won't last very long. Okay, so he's just built a cannon there, but he can't protect it, so I'm going to take that, and let's see, I'm going to take that, not fussed about that. That one's cracked, so next turn that one will be destroyed. When this goes off, it will take that one with it. Now, one thing to note, by the way, is that if you have layers all on the bottom level, like these 2 here, are both cracked and they're next to each other. If one of them goes, it will take every other hexagon that it is linked to that is also cracked. So if you had a ring of cracked ones all connected around here, maybe that's a better example here. Are these all connected? One of those goes, they all go. So, let's see, I can protect this by putting 2 on it, so I think I'll do that. I can't actually shoot with that, you do still have to buy ammo for it, but that shouldn't be a problem. So pretty soon my opponents, I think I might have won this already actually. They've got nothing, they've got no armies, have they? So, alright, let's bring you to there. I'm going to try and take that turret, which is going to be getting gradually destroyed by these 3 harvesters around it anyway. And he can bring 8 reinforcements on there next turn if he's got the money. Should I harvest or should I keep? I think I might just keep this land. They can't get to it. I'm just going to bring some more soldiers out while I can. And I think we'll leave it there. We'll see how we go. So, there's different ways of doing this. You can increase your resources by harvesting the land, giving yourself more gold to spend on the following turns. Or you can just get more walkers out and therefore be able to dominate the land that's out there at the moment. Right, he has brought 8 walkers into play. But I really don't have to worry about that because he's on cracked land. This is all cracked. So he can take this. But every other square, all these connected cracked squares are all going to disappear next turn. When this goes off, my next turn, when this goes off, that will take that one, and then that one, and then they'll just go with it. So, if I can put 9 on this square and stop him from being able to take it, then he's dead. No more purples. So, that's exactly what I should do then. So I'm going to move, let's see, put 7 over there. Oh, hang on, no, he can attack me with that one and that one, so he could get in there. So I do actually need to put all of them there. So I've got 10 in this area, he's only got 9 in total. Because he can attack me with that one, reduce me to 9, and then attack me with those 8. So if I only had 9 there, he'd still be able to take it. I've got 10 there, that should make it safe. So I think he's dead. Right, he can't do anything to me this turn. He can take me there, so I think I might just move away. And I think I'll bring some more units out of this armory while it still exists, because pretty soon this is going to disappear from the map, and then I'll have all of this land to work with, and I don't think he'll have nothing. He'll just have this little bit, and actually I can still get around to that while it's connected. Okay, thinking ahead there. Oh, he's put a turret out. Okay, he's added 2, but he can't attack with them. He can only attack with the ones that were there the previous turn, so he's wasting them. He can't do it. They're just going to disappear. This should kill all of them. Oh! Bar stewards. I thought they were all connected and cracked. They must have had 2 last turn. That's a shame. This isn't an armory, is it? Damn. Ah, so he's going to be able to take that. He's got the numbers to do it. He's got 13, so he's got 17 in the area. I've only got 10. Fucksticks. So it would be a mistake, therefore, for me to build any ammo this turn, because he would take the turret and he'd be the one that would get to shoot it. So well, I think let's focus now then on taking this turret. So that's it. I'm going to have to abandon these 2 squares because they're about to disappear soon. So, alright, let's come around to here. Let's move all of you to there. And you. I can attack that next square. It is vulnerable, however, because if anyone shoots it with a gun or puts a harvester next to it, then this will disappear. But until that time, I should be okay to stand on it. And the likelihood is that he's going to attack that now with his 3. So then I'll be able to take it back off him. I think once again, I'm going to get another bunch of units out while I've still got that armory. Okay, let's go. Okay, so he's bringing some walkers onto the pitch. He's bringing some more on, and he's going to take that gun off me now. He won't be able to fire it yet, but he can build ammo for it soon. But he's very vulnerable. Right. So he hasn't got any ammo in there yet. So I can move down here without dying. So I shall. Now I can threaten that. What I need to do is get a full force there to be able to threaten it, so that he can put a maximum of 11 there. He can move those 8 there and protect it with 11, but I'll still be able to take it. It might be time, I think. Should I start harvesting some of this, or should I just hold on to it? I feel like I should just keep it, because their land is all disappearing. You know what? Let's stick a gun out. And let's stick a turret, an armory rather, on the same spot, because this one's about to go. Okay, that'll do. Oh, when did he get that? I didn't notice that. Sneaky bastard has used the carrier to get in behind me. Oh, he's taking my... Oh, you... I am not happy. Not happy about that at all. I wasn't paying proper attention. I didn't notice either of them had managed to get a carrier together. Right, he's got a gun there now. I have to watch out for that. He's got my gun. Very unhappy about that. Okay, he has 17 in this area, so I don't quite have... Ooh. Dag-nammit. Oh, I'm not liking this much at all. Alright. Just on general principles, I'm going to take that off him. And then I propose we come up here and make sure we get this back. I have to get off of this cracked hexagon now because he's got some ammo in that gun over there. He'd be able to shoot it. So let's come up here, make sure we can get this back. And I think I should start harvesting now. So yeah, let's have one there. And okay, so that one's going to get rid of these 4 squares. This one will get rid of those 5, so that will leave here, here, and here to fight over. Okay, that should put me so far ahead on the resources, I think, that I should still win this, even despite that little scare there with him managing to get in behind me. Right, okay, I think I'm done. Should I put another armory out? No, I'm going to bank on getting that one back. Right, he's getting some quite decent numbers there. I'm hoping he's going to be tempted into shooting that because it's cracked. There is a small bonus, I think, when you... Actually, no, sorry, that's only if you kill somebody completely. Right, that little bastard is trying to threaten my windmill. Both of them. Oh. Did he just shoot a square that didn't have anything on it? Peculiar. Well, it reduced it by 1 layer anyway. It still does environmental damage, but there was nothing on there to actually get hit. Loads of money. Right, let's start with you, Sunshine. Now, oh god damn it, he's about to die anyway, so there's no point in protecting that. Well, actually, there is some point in protecting that just to prevent him from being able to take it. So I'm going to waste 2 units there just to make sure that at the start of my next turn, that's still mine and I get the benefit of that mining. So I should put at least 3 there to make sure he can't take that from me. And now I need to think about this area. He's got a lot of stuff there. Alright, I'm going to put an armory here. And I think that's me done for this turn. Oh, actually, I've got 50. So I would be able to buy a carrier, but I don't have an active armory this turn. Alright, let's wait till next turn to see what he does. He hasn't got any carriers. Good. You can tell if they've got carriers because down here there would be some little propeller things next to their name. Right, he's a threat now. Hoping he'll shoot that. That's a juicy target for him to aim at with that cannon. Come on, Pink, shoot him. Oh, the little bastard's just put a... He's just put a harvester right in the middle of my land. Now, because that harvester is at a lower level than this, it will bring me down 1 notch, but then it will be destroyed, so I don't have to worry about my turret here disappearing on me. That's about to die anyway, so yeah, balls to that, doesn't matter. Right, on general principles, I'm going to get a carrier because being able to move around the map when your opponents can't is a great advantage. So I'm going to bring in 8 here. I do not like how close he is to me. Trying to think, there's no way I can actually stop him from taking this. I can put 16 there, which I will do. So now when he takes it, he won't have any units there, so I'll be able to immediately take it back the following turn. Downside of that is, sometimes you can do these little ninja raid moves where you can move into an opponent's territory. Once you own it, you can put a harvester on it and then cause that territory to be destroyed. So you can just pop in somewhere and cause havoc without any intention of actually staying there. Let's see, can I bring some more units out here? Yeah, I think I'm gonna put a shell in that gun. Spend my remaining 4 gold bringing a couple more units out, and then I'll use 1 to take that. And that's us done. Okay. Right, he didn't attack me. Okay. Okay, Pink, who are you going to shoot? Right, he's just spreading his armies out. That might be because he's worried about my carrier, so he knows that I can attack him behind. Does he still not use that bullet? Oh, I must have, but I just don't know upon who he used it. Right. Well, I've got some juicy targets here. I could shoot that and create a gap, a chasm between here, so that would be 2 islands, so he would no longer be able to move any of his units across there without getting a carrier himself. I could shoot that, which would destroy those 16 walkers there and the one on there. Kind of tempted by that. When you shoot with a cannon, it only hurts the square you're aiming at. It doesn't. I couldn't shoot here, for example, and do scatter damage to them the way it works with the harvester. Okay, well that's going to disappear anyway because he's going to put a bloody harvester there, so that's going to damage that. So I think I should take this. To rescue that one off there before it collapses. So let's put that there so he can't take it back again. When that goes off at the start of my next turn, it's going to destroy that. So all that's left, I think, is to take a shot. And I feel like destroying him. See ya! So now Pink will be out of the game if I can parachute 16 into there. It would wipe out his 16, it would wipe out my 16, but I would then own it and he wouldn't be anywhere on the map, so he would be gone. So I can set that up for next turn by bringing 7 units in. And let's see, let's bring some more over here. Okay, let's go. Got to worry about the blues. They've got a lot of units on, but he doesn't have any means of getting to me. Right. Okay, well, next turn that's going to destroy itself. It will damage this, but it's on 2 at the moment, so it'll just take it down to the bottom layer. It won't actually kill it. What I need to worry about, though, is that gun there. Let's see. He's got a flight. He's managed to save up a flight, so next turn he can use a carrier and attack anywhere he wants. So I should definitely get rid of him. Unfortunately, when I kill him, it won't give me the carrier that he's got, which is a shame. I would like that. That would be cool. I think I get a little bonus for killing him, though. Let's see if some gold appears down here. Yep. Oh! I think I did. I think I got the carrier that he had. Awesome. But it isn't active to use this turn. That'll become available next turn. Right, so I need to get those 3 off there because they're about to die. So now it's just me and this dude. He's got a gun. Oh, and this might be on crack next turn, so I should... I've moved them to the wrong square. I should have put them over here. Bugger. Right, I need to start playing catch up. Let's get another one of them. So then I'll be able to attack 2 squares, and let's start bringing some more units onto the board. So what I'm worried about is him being able to get a carrier into... Whoa! Cheeky bastard. Right, he seems to be spending all of his money on units. Right, so how's that gone? He's spending all of his money on units and on cannon. So he... if he doesn't save up 50 to get a carrier, then he can't attack me. He can only shoot at me. So let's see. That being the case, I've got 2 of them. Right. Well, he can destroy this with his cannon, so I should get these 3 off there. Let's move some of them over here. So I can bring in the maximum on there. Now, should I get some ammo? Let's see. I've got 20 left. Yeah, why not? Range-wise, it doesn't matter which one I use. By the way, if I had enough money to buy 3 bullets, I would be able to fire all 3 of them on the next turn, which I think would pretty much kill him. Let's see, that's a level 3, so if I could hit that 3 times, that would kill that and that one next to it. Would just leave him with this, and it would kill all of the units that he's got sitting on it. So I'll start working towards that, I suppose. Let's start getting some bullets. And I have these 2 carriers ready down here, so I can attack him when I want to. Now, what's he going to spend his money on this time? Okay, he's taking a shot. Bastard. Has he bought a carrier? No, he's bought another bullet. He keeps buying bullets for that thing, which means he can't afford a carrier. Okay, so he's got 15 on there. So what I can do, I can take... Whoops, no, cancel that. Don't want to move them. I want to take a shot with this turret. That'll reduce him to 10. Because it not only hurts the environment, it does 5 damage to his walkers. So now he's down to 10. I can fly in and take that. Then he won't be able to use that bullet on me next turn. He'll be able to take it straight back. But when he does that, it still means that that bullet is still hanging in limbo. You'll have to hold on to it for 2 turns to be able to actually take a shot with it. So that gives me time to buy yet another bit of ammo and bring in some more units over there. Okay, here we go, motherfucker. Oh, he's just put a harvester on his own land. Wow, he's just destroyed himself. So that harvester's going to bring those 2 down to cracked level at the beginning of his next turn. Wow. You numpty. Wow. Why would you do that? Well, he's getting the resources from it, I suppose, but... fuck it, okay. I'm going to shoot that. Whoops. I'm going to shoot that. And then I'm going to take it. So now he isn't getting any resources from that. He doesn't have the turret. Actually, maybe I should have taken that one because he still does have a bullet in that one. But you know what? I'm just net scared. So if I buy a bullet, I can kill him on the next turn. This is as good as over. Yep. In the bag. Hopefully this will unlock one of the maps for the multiplayer after this. Alright, so he's taken that back. Oh, it still hasn't gone off. Ooh. That fucking shit, I didn't realise how low my level was. Right, they're all on 1. Ouch, I'm about to lose everything on his next shot. He hasn't bought a shot though. So, no, I think all I need to do is shoot this. And now at the start of his turn, when his own harvester goes off, he'll destroy all of this with it because they're all on the bottom level. So, I think I just won. Let's just move him up there just to be safe. Yep, that should be game over. Fat lady is doing her thing. Oh, it didn't take that one with it. Why not? Dag nammit. I thought it would destroy that one too. Alright, well, next turn I can... yeah, put a bullet in this one. I start building this up. What the hell? Put a bullet in that one too. Right, are you going to live through this, you motherfucker? Right, there we go. New maps unlocked. Ravi Maris Plains. Now that might, I don't know what level that is. It might be a 2v2, a 3v3, or 4v4. All the maps are for different. What was that called? Something Valley? I don't know. Let's go look in the multiplayer. Is there, there's not a new one there. Let's put a third one in, see if there's any new ones there. Oh right, I think we're unlocking lots of 3v3 stuff. Elysium Valley, must be that one. Cool, so the more you play the campaign, the more crazy maps you unlock at each level. Wow. Now, I haven't played any 3-player or 4-player yet, but it's going to be fucking awesome if I can. Now I wonder about the 3-player because you would have thought there'd be a disadvantage in that one would just wait for the other two to attack and then sweep in and mop up afterwards. So I don't know if it's perfectly balanced for 3 players. I'd have to try it, but otherwise this game does seem to be very well balanced. Quite impressed with that. Anyway, I think we're done here. Thank you very much for joining me. From this point on, I'll probably just be uploading multiplayer versions of this, and I'll refer people to this video so they'll know what's happening in the multiplayer. Okay, right, you cunts. I will see you all soon. Bye bye.